The death ball.
In the bottom right, as the Red Terran, he looked so good in that last game. Until he moved commanded his army. It's Kireak.
And the top of Neo Destination. Playing Terran once again. Rolling Terran 3 times in a row. He's wearing orange. It's Anzkiman. Only Terrans. Not allowed to play any other race. Well, we do have another TVT, so if you're hoping for something else, sorry to disappoint you. Blame Battle.net. I have not been paying attention to the conversation. I just caught that last one, so I don't know what's happening. Somebody likes it.
I kind of hope we see like mass air this game. Just have the players do all 3 styles.
That would be awesome, actually. That'd be really cool.
Except
just Viking Banshee, like crazy.
Yeah, air versus air in TVT is just so volatile. I mean, if the Viking counts are relatively even, if your Vikings are even remotely clumped compared to your opponents, you will lose your Vikings. Which, among some of the more analytical Terrans, it's been debated whether or not air armor or weapons is better for Viking on Viking. But I'm not sure if we'll see that this game.
I guess if it's Viking on Viking, I'd have to do the math, I guess, but I imagine that it wouldn't make a difference really. If everything else is even and one player goes weapon and the other player goes armor, they'll essentially cancel each other out.
I don't know.
I believe.
We need more tests.
Right? I'd have to actually sit down and do the math, but I'm pretty sure they would just simply cancel each other out, so I don't really know that one would be better than the other one. Whoever gets their upgrade first, I suppose. Whichever one it is.
Perhaps. But just in general, TVT is a very brutal matchup. Yeah. Not as brutal as, say, ZVZ, because even, you know, making like a 1 drone difference could...
Oh man! Anzkiman getting manner. Okay. I don't think that was worth it.
No.
These guys are fun. I'd say generally TVT is a little less I don't know. I'd say it's the least volatile of the 3 mirror matchups, honestly. You're generally a lot more positional slow play than you'll see. Zerg vs Zerg, I'd say, is the most volatile. It's just absolute madness. Zerglings and Mutalisks just flying all over the place. Eventually, Scourge get thrown in.
Yeah.
But PvP can be pretty crazy. PvP is more of like a crazy build order game where, you know, depending on the build order you go, you can immediately just win or lose the game. Or you both go for Reaver drops. They both arrive at the same time, and you have a 5-worker versus 3-worker game, which is always fun. So I really like most of the mirror matchups. I think they're fun to watch.
Yeah. And as far as the openings go, this game, we have Vultures and Mines for our Red Terran Kireak, and 3 racks from Anzkiman.
Yep.
So we'll see if he does the timing he did last game, which was relatively ineffective, but it kept both army counts low.
Yep. Kireak is going to be bumping up against a supply block again here, unfortunately, as he is trying to get those vultures out, and he's getting his starport for drops. So he's eventually also going to be going for those vulture drops again, and get an engineering bay to follow that up. Just, I guess, worried about Banshees again. Just wants to be safe. Is now starting a supply depot, so unfortunately he is blocked once again. Won't be able to get his dropship or his other vultures out, so he's going to just go ahead and push out with those first 2 vultures, try to maybe lay down some mines. I imagine Marines clean up mines pretty quickly, though.
Yeah, absolutely, but... Oh, he doesn't want to engage this?
Nope. Loses 1 vulture for pretty much for free. I think he got a Marine or a medic there.
No, not at all. Yeah, just one... Was that SCV that was killed?
Oh, just 1 SCV. So, Nice mine placement though here on the ramp. The ramp could allow those mines to get their hits off better. Especially if Anzkiman does not scan, but he does, so he should be able to pick that off, no problem. Goes ahead and picks up the second mine, and we do have a bunker here, so Kireak should be able to hold it. Doesn't want to run out there and engage with those Marines though.
No, not at all.
Wants to let the bunker do the fighting. Unfortunately loses some unnecessary units there.
Yeah, I think our Orange Terran and Anzkiman just needs some backup.
Yep.
You know, pushing up into that bunker is going to be suicide, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, if Kireak had played this a little more defensively, keeping his units on hold position, could have actually turned this attack from Anzkiman into his favor. Had he, kept his vultures alive and gotten that dropship out, or actually he's going for the Banshee here, not going for dropship at all, and is immediately starting another command center. So both players starting their natural command centers. Kireak though forced to build it in his base, not even close to where his natural would go. He might. I don't know if he's looking to float it over here either, necessarily. Kind of in between both of them. So Kireak working on a siege tech. So he's gonna probably get a siege tank out so he can eventually push this back and take his natural, or at least get his units out of the map.
He overcharged the factory that wasn't building anything. That's fine, but come on, let's see the tank.
Does need to get a tank if he's gonna be using that. Ooh, that mine got very close. Those Marines are lucky to be alive after that one.
Absolutely, and second Banshee does spawn. I hadn't even noticed that.
Yep.
And a third Banshee on the way. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And Anzkiman does not have turrets up at his base. He is getting that base vision with his supply depots, but those Banshees could get a lot done if they can get across the map without being scouted at all.
And 3 Banshees can one-shot an SCV.
So he does have another one queued up, so not sure how long he's going to wait before he pushes out, or if he might just use them in a direct engagement here. At the natural, I don't know if that would be the best idea. These Banshees could do a ton of work over Anzkiman's base right now.
And with the abstract Marine health nerf, Banshees do 2-shot Marines.
Oh, hey, even better. And the Vultures trying to draw Anzkiman's units up into the tank fire. And there goes a 1 tank shot. Takes out that fire bat.
Tank on the ramp can just barely not hit the Marines.
Very close. Okay, the Banshees are heading out now. There are 4 of them out.
This could do huge damage.
Yeah. Does have a turret up in the natural though now, and he also has one in the main. So, did he scan and see the starport there? I don't feel like he did. No, he has not seen the starport. He just must have a feeling. Just wants to be safe.
Really hasn't seen much at all.
So, oh, and Anzkiman murders one of his own Marines. And Kireak's going to be floating his command center down. I don't know if this is just to try to soak shots, or if he just wants to lose his command center. Okay, it's going to back out of there. Alright, and the Banshees are going to engage. These Banshees honestly could probably just take down this turret. Well, not anymore, not with those SCVs ready to do damage here. But denying a lot of mining here, and as well as that gas. And those Banshees are going to be super annoying for a long time, taking a lot of unnecessary damage there on that one. I guess just start picking off tech labs. Yep, and that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, picking off add-ons is super annoying. Especially in TVT, you know, when you need those labs for those tanks. And, well, he's not really producing anything. So, it's a little bit hard to say.
In the meantime, Kireak is slowly crawling down his ramp. Gonna try to come up here and take out this tank. Tank does move back, keeping himself alive. And turrets like crazy. Kireak has forced out quite the reaction out of Anzkiman here. Wants to be careful, doesn't want to lose anything unnecessarily. Can start taking down these tech buildings though. There's a couple of engineering bases as well as the armory. He could get all of those. He's going to go for the supply depots though instead. And Anzkiman has loaded up a drop here. Going to try to just drop directly in here. Unfortunately, Kireak's Vikings are a little bit out of range here. There are tanks available in the main. In the meantime, Kireak really supply blocking.
Supply blocked his opponent, prompting him to build 5 supply depots. New meta. Ooh, he even loads up the tank. This is going to be brutal.
And these Vikings might get picked off immediately. This Marine Medic Force is going to go straight into the mineral line. Oh man. I'm getting flashbacks from SC2. PTSD. Kireak does pull the SCVs, not down to mine, just down to chill over here. Meantime, it's starting to lose a little bit of everything. Viking will not take out the dropship, does survive. I still have 3 Banshees in the main.
Oh no, he doesn't lift the orbital command. Oh no. That's bad. That's really bad. Oh, is it? No, he doesn't get the repair off. This is looking really bad for our red player. Meanwhile, 3 of the Banshees are still alive in the main of Anzkiman, but he still has a main. Is the big difference.
And 1 Banshee does engage without cloaking.
And
that elicits a WTF out of Kireak. I don't know if that was because of the cloak. Alright, here are the tanks. Here to save the day. Or at least attempt to. They're going to be likely cleaned up by this other tank and these Marines. Maybe his workers were mining or something. Alright, and there goes...
Oh, GG.
There it is. Alright, Anzkiman defeats Kireak 3-0 in 3 TVTs, despite playing random.